It's fine. However long this takes is not a big deal. Dubsy will edit it down for us.
Like demonic energy emanating.
Alright, so for those who don't know, a close personal friend of mine whose name is Tina2 has been covering Palestine a lot. And I don't really do a lot of coverage of Palestine just because foreign politics isn't really my bread and butter. Usually I'm just sitting here reacting, you know, like in my dude bro, you know, 50 IQ way to like these dumbass Republicans who somehow have an even lower IQ than I do. But Tina has been doing the real work out here. So we're going to pull Tina into a call and we're going to kind of mix and match, right? Mix and match what we're doing today. Because we'll be doing both. We'll be reacting to a very stupid conservative, Melonie Matt Go Boom. Here's the video we'll be going over. Don't flame on for Palestine. Now, this is probably going to be about that person who set themselves on fire. This is the video we'll be watching. This is probably going to be referring to the guy who set himself on fire, which was very sad. It's a tragedy because people are being driven to the point that they just don't know what else to do. They would rather set themselves on fire than live in a world where genocide is allowed. So it's going to be probably a relatively serious react, but also, you know, Melonie is going to be making light of the situation. So I think it's something that deserves to be looked at. So let's take a look at it, shall we?
We have to turn off our cameras on the stream.
No, actually I do not have to because I have 2 webcams. But
oh, okay. Well,
but also
Mr. Moneybanks.
Yeah, well, I mean, I bought the new one and then I'm using the old one also. So there you go.
Do I have to introduce myself to your stream?
Yeah, go ahead while I'm getting set up.
Hi chat. By the way, if you don't know me, I'm Tina2. I'm a content creator and I talk about current events, news, all that jazz. I talk about news every day at 11 a.m. So if you like that kind of stuff, you know where to go.
Well, there you go. And you also talk about Palestine a lot, right?
I do. I've been an advocate about Palestine since I first came across it when I was 21, 22, around there.
Excellent.
I think a lot of people came across Palestine after learning about Israel. Me, not so much. I learned it the opposite way. I learned about Palestine first and then Israel. So I guess you could say I had the benefit of being smarter than everybody else.
Except for me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
sure.
just making sure, I'm gonna let you do like the majority of the lifting here because like
Sure.
I told my chat that you're just more knowledgeable on Palestine than I am.
Can I roast you a little bit though?
Sure.
I just
Why not?
So I have told Alec months ago. I said, "Hey, if you want to learn more, we can have like a conversation about it." And Alec deflected me every single time I put that offer out there.
Deflected? What'd I say?
You said something like you moved on from the conversation.
I'm sorry. I feel like I do
No,
that a
I'm
lot.
just roasting you. I'm just roasting you.
I'm trying to get
fun.
better at like getting back to people and stuff. But like, you know, I got a lot of people talking to me these days, Tina, so it's hard, you know? I'm just saying. But
You're that I blow up and I don't what's that fucking meme? With the he's in his car and he goes, "Once I blow up, I'm gonna pretend I don't know nobody."
Oh, I don't know what the meme is.
Chat.
Oh, wait. Who am I thinking of? The one guy on he's like pissing everybody off on Twitter or something? Or is that something else?
There's so many guys like that. I have no idea.
Okay, fair enough. There's a lot of
Anyway,
people who do that.
He's in his car and he has grills in and he goes, "I'll blow up and I don't know nobody." Like that.
Well then, let's go ahead and get started with this. So we got Melonie Mac. This video is called "Don't Flame On for Palestine." Now, as I told my chat, this is probably going to be about the guy who set himself on fire.
Oh my god, I'm already mad.
Yeah.
I'm already mad.
Oh, I mean, it's going to be good content, but it's also going to be infuriating because the situation, as I understand it, is quite tragic. You know, I mean, you go ahead and explain the situation.
Stupid purple hair liberal, of course.
True.
Purple hair.
Very true.
What part do you want me to explain? There was so much to this. So what?
Just like, how about just like your thoughts on it?
Okay, my thoughts are, I think Aaron Bushnell did not commit suicide, but did sacrifice himself for Palestine. Self-immolation historically has been used as a political device, a political tool. I know that there was a Buddha that did that, I think in the 60s. I haven't looked into it as much, but there was another woman who immolated herself. We don't know her name, for Palestine months prior to Aaron Bushnell doing it to himself on the at the gates of the Israeli embassy. It's heartbreaking, but I think, if I'm not mistaken, Palestinians admired what he did so much that they, if I'm not mistaken, named a street after him in the West Bank. So what he has done for Palestinians, I mean, he did administration, I think, where he had to look at the paperwork of what was going to Israel, the bombs. So he was a young man who was always politically motivated, and I think I to call it suicide and to say that he could have done something else. What? What else? Every government leader in the West has ignored the pleas and cries of their own citizens, and for the first time in my life, I see people protesting in large groups and large numbers for Palestine in ways that I didn't see when I was protesting in 2013, 2012. So you have people becoming more and more against what they're seeing, and Aaron Bushnell took that protest a step further. Yeah, I think he is a martyr, and
He's certainly the way that I kind of look at it, and I'm not sure how you would feel about this, but I struggled with this a lot in my own head because, I'm not a person who would advocate for doing something like that. But, at the same time, I see Aaron, is it Aaron you said? I'm sorry.
Aaron Bushnell. Yeah,
Aaron Bushnell. As sort of a victim of sorts, just, part of the casualty numbers of the war, and frankly, you're right. Like, what else is there to do? Because there are people now that are just deciding they would rather live in a world, they would rather just self-immolate and make a statement than live in a world where this genocide is allowed. It's a tragedy. It's to call it a tragedy is completely downplaying it. It's disgusting. It's abhorrent.
What makes the message even greater is he was an air cadet. I think he was an air cadet. He was in the military, he was in the core of the Imperial Corps. So for someone to be in the U.S. military and immolate themselves against what the American government is doing is like another layer of that message that is so incredible. Now, of course, I'm not going to sit here and advocate that you go immolate yourself for political cause. Don't do that, okay?
Yes, please don't do that.
If you feel suicidal, I have to say, call a hotline. I'm not going to sit here and advocate for suicide, but I do want to say he thought long and hard about this decision, and it wasn't just something that it wasn't impulsive for him, and I think it is admirable in a sense. Now, do I think, once again, I have to clarify, do I think suicide is admirable? No. I don't want anyone putting words in my mouth.
Right, but where he was coming from.
Where he was coming from after being in the military himself, brave, and heartbreaking. The fact that he was screaming "Free Palestine" as his final words, as his body was being burnt alive. And then haven't even added to the fact that it's a policeman who trained his gun on him as he was burning alive. That was kind of nutty. I don't know if you saw the part of that video.
No, I didn't see that. That's insane. Why would, it's just like, why do we even have police at that point,
Yeah, so as he was burning alive, the cop in front of the embassy just had his gun aimed at him.
I mean, if he was going for a mercy kill, maybe, but that's the only reason I can think that you would do that. Like, in a grotesque way. Other than that, like, why? It just doesn't make any sense. I don't know. Anyway,
because I think when cops panic, their first thought is to reach their gun.
Yeah.
And that's just,
Well, that's what they're trained to do, right? So, Anyway, to stay on topic though, Melonie Mack here probably disagrees with us. I'm sure that she's going to make light of the situation and throw a lot of shade at Aaron, and be extraordinarily disrespectful to a victim of war. So, somebody who would rather, again, self-immolate to make a statement than live in a world with genocide, where genocide is just openly allowed by our betters.
I do want to say though, I think it's funny to see a conservative, because she's a conservative, right?
Yes.
Mock a military service member, and did you never see these guys advocating for veterans, military service member benefits? But they go, you know, they like to sit in their ivory towers and, you know, make fun of Aaron Bushnell.
Yep. Yeah, they only live the military, and as far as the military can like exploit other countries' resources for them. So let's go ahead and get started with the video. I'll be controlling it, but Tina, whenever you want to stop and say something, you just let me know. Like I said, you're going to be mostly holding the reins on this.
I'll yell, stop!
Stop! All right, let's get started.
Do not, guys, do not set yourself on fire for Palestine or for anything for that matter. I can't believe that even has to be said, but I digress. This is where we're at in society. Now, I know typically I cover nerd culture topics, so on and so forth, but this is such an insane thing that just happened. I was like,
and Tina, you're on Twitch and I'm on YouTube, so anything that, you know, can't be shown on Twitch, you got to let me know.
I think YouTube's stricter, is it?
Not to my knowledge, but she got away with this, so, you know,
oh,
I'm going to
no,
say
this
that...
is fine.
Okay, as long as this image is fine. I don't think she'll show anything worse than this.
Like, I have to talk about this. And the reason why, okay, now I can't show that much. This was before, you know, this was before the unaliving took place, so I guess this should not get censored, or yeah, whatever.
Okay, she's being
we'll
mindful
see.
at least.
But yeah, for those of you who don't know what happened, I'm sure most people do, but if you don't know what happened, this Air Force dude decide.
Okay, do you want to speed her up?
Sure, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
let's speed her up just a smidge. She's very like deliberate in her words.
That he wants to protest to free Palestine, and his methods of protest was to live stream himself.
Free Palestine. What was that?
Yeah.
Do you know she did the quotations?
I wasn't looking at the quotations, but I believe you.
She did to free Palestine. You know what? I am happy that I'm seeing more and more people say, you know, understanding what's going on, but like seeing this kind of smugness, like I am going to use World War II as an example because that is historically, by modern historians, the closest relation to what we're seeing now. Okay, an ethnic cleansing, a genocide. Imagine if someone did this in World War II and we had it on camera. Like, I'm sure there was people who did this, you know, you know, free the Jews.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's so, like, oh my God, in 10 years, these people are going to say they were for free Palestine the whole time.
Yep. Oh, absolutely. No, just like all the, you know, former Nazis did right after World War II. They were like, oh, well,
by the way, did you see we had a Nazi in Canada that we, like an open SS member who's talked about how he loved killing Jewish people.
Wow.
We honored him in our parliament last year or 2 years ago.
Why?
You have to look into this story. I'm not even kidding. Please, when we're done this, please look into that. It is insane. We straight up brought him in and honored him for what I don't even know what it was, for taking care of Soviets or something. Like, it's a nutty story.
That is nutty. Just real quick, is Melonie Mac the butter stick girl? Is she the one who got popular for eating sticks of butter?
Someone said butter lady in my stream.
Okay, yeah, there you go. Yeah, so that's how she got popular, is she like sat in her car and recorded herself eating fucking sticks of butter.
This
butter bitch, man. Like, I'm sorry. I know you don't like that word, but
no, it's funny. It's funny for conservatives. I was about to say this butter eating bitch is mocking someone who's actually doing, like, He's done more with his 24 years than Melonie Mac. What was that her name? I don't even know.
Yeah,
her
Melonie
full-
Mac.
Melonie Mac. Also, I'm sorry. That is an ugly ass t-shirt.
Yeah, somebody in my chat said that too. She's like, that t-shirt does not go with your skin tone.
No. It's very ugly.
It is
And
very
then
ugly.
it mashes with the fade of her. That hair
Yeah.
color's so faded too. I'm sorry. I'm just making fun of her as a person now.
It's okay. She deserves it. Let's keep going.
Flaming on. Let's just say he flamed on, and he is
That's
not
funny,
Johnny
man. That's
Storm,
really funny.
so he could not sustain that. So yeah, he wanted to unalive himself on live stream, perform the ultimate virtue signal. Is basically what happened. Again,
Budget
do not do
poison
this
ivy.
crap. I can't believe. Normally
What?
this would just
Pause it. How a virtue signal is when you say something to signal you're virtuous, not doing something actually virtuous.
Yeah, I'd say, yeah, I mean, virtue signal is definitely not this. I mean, that's when you do something and you don't actually believe it, usually. Either
Yes,
that or you
exactly.
believe it. Either that or you do believe it and you're just not putting actual effort forth. It's
Exactly,
like when
not-
people post the black squares, you know?
That is 100% virtue signaling.
Yeah.
Not. You know what she's doing? She is doing vice signaling.
Yep.
Okay. This woman. Okay, continue.
Oh, it's great.
be like, oh, what a psycho. And didn't somebody else already do this? I kind
Plenty
of
of people
vaguely
throughout
remember
history.
hearing about somebody else also flaming on for Palestine, but it didn't make this kind of headlines and stuff, I suppose, because
We
they
still
didn't
don't know
live
her
stream
name.
it as this case where he did. And the entire live stream VOD is on X. Like, you can watch it. Which was definitely very disturbing. It just felt like demonic energy emanating from this dude. That's what it felt like to me when I watched, and I was like, what a freak.
What are you saying? Demonic energy? What are you, a tarot girly now? All of a sudden? What are you, crystal mommy? You should get you know what? She should have gotten out her crystals to protect her from the demonic energy.
Probably. It was emanating through the screen right at her.
I'm sorry. You can say bad vibes. Just say bad vibes, okay? Because you know what? I guess it's fair. Watching someone burning alive, bad vibes. Bad vibes all around,
Yep. I can't believe he
She's
did. He had. I'm sorry. He had the balls to do it in uniform too. That's nuts.
I know.
Like, that's insane, man. Honestly, like, I don't. Man, it's such a complicated situation. I won't say nothing else.
Also, like, you okay? I want you from your perspective, because I know you've been religious in your past.
Mhm.
Can you? This woman with tattoos all over her talking about demonic energy from a Christian perspective, how funny is that?
My parents did not personally like tattoos. They said that they don't ever want me to get one. And my mom told this whole story about how, like, she had this message from God when she was considering getting a tattoo. It's really funny. But then my uncles all had tattoos, and they're all religious too. So I got very mixed signals about it. It's inconsistent as hell.
That's
where they're
funny.
all going because they have tattoos. So,
Is she an evangelical?
I don't know, actually. Not sure. I know that she's probably religious based on the demonic energy comment.
We're only 2 minutes in.
Yep.
Oh my god.
It's fine. However long this takes is not a big deal. Dubsy will edit it down for us.
Like demonic energy emanating.
Freaking lunatic.
Dubsy.
But what
Hi,
is
Dubsy.
insane to me is you've got people like this making this tweet saying, rest in peace, your actions will not go in vain. People are hailing this guy
Yes.
as a hero. This is insanity. Like I said, and again,
That's
this shouldn't
so
have to be said.
fake.
Do not unalive yourself for anything, no cause. Do not do it. It is not helping anything. This dude burned himself alive, and he's
True.
burning now as we speak.
Okay, I agree with that statement on its face, like about the unaliving yourself. I agree with that statement on its face. I missed the last thing she said. Want me to go back?
Dude burned himself alive, and he's burning now as we speak. All right?
Oh wow. Yeah. No, there's no question now. She's like way deep in the religious Kool-Aid.
Okay. I'm sorry. You can't be this religious where you believe people are burning in hell and have tattoos. I'm sorry. Fuck it.
But think about it. Like, what did he die for? You know what I mean? Like, think whatever you want about the situation. He shouldn't have done it, etc. But what did he die for?
Jesus. You know what's crazy about this? Jesus was from Palestine. Somebody
said because no cross was involved. It's true. It's true.
Oh my god. So, I mean, he could have just done... Okay, I'm not going to make jokes.
But no, I think I know where you're going with it. Yeah.
Idiot.
I can make jokes because I mourned him, okay? I can make jokes because I mourned him, okay?
That's fair. I mean, what are you going to do? It's gallows humor at this point, man. We're in a fucking genocide.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Onic.
I've seen so many dead
So I said
bodies.
130K plus likes on this, and now it's at 258,000 likes on it, which...
Yeah.
The conspiracy theorist in me wants to say a lot of these are bots because
what
people want
dude, the guy's self-immolated. What do you mean it's bots? Like, no, this is a big story.
I don't know why. Here's the thing. I don't know why bots would choose to like that specific tweet. Like what do you mean bots have liked that tweet? Like you're coping. You're just literally coping. Yeah.
Palestine.
For some reason, are you jealous of the attention of Aaron Bushnell? You want 200,000 likes on your tweets. Damn.
Dude, I think you're actually right. I think she's jealous. That's insane. Maybe.
Listen. Natalie, I keep forgetting her name. Natalie?
Melonie Mac.
Melonie, maybe do something heroic with your life. Do something meaningful with your life if you're so envious.
They're all bots. My proof I said so. And honestly, yeah, there's probably projection. Why did I think that...
Why not me? I want 200,000 likes.
Why did I think that was a Poison Ivy cosplay at first on the bottom right? It's discount Poison Ivy. It's Poison Ivy at home.
Oh.
Want this behavior. Demons want this behavior.
Walmart.
It's demonic.
Yes.
Timu.
Demonic.
Just seeing how many people praised this action of lunacy made me realize it was like chilling. It was like, oh my gosh, there really are so many reprobates in this world.
But why did he do it?
There are a bunch of just vile, godless people in this world. Because who in their right mind would support this or act like it was something heroic?
Okay, it's not about supporting it. It's about recognizing it. It's about understanding that he is a victim of war. Okay,
I think that's the frustrating part too. Is like what you say. It's like we're not like, yeah, you killed yourself.
Right.
Yeah, we're like we recognize that is a message of it's probably the most extreme political protest you can do is burning yourself alive for a cause. Like you don't just do this because you don't want to live. People have never in the history burned themselves alive because they personally don't like their lives. There is a message here. There's a bigger cause happening. And you know what? Anyone just look into the history of immolation. It is very interesting.
Well, and it's not like he did this for internet points. You know, like the dude's dead. Like, I'm sorry. Like he decided he didn't do it for updates. He decided that he would honestly, it's quite symbolic if you think about it, because he's literally standing in front of everybody, burning the rest of his life force away. All the years that he has left on this earth, he says it's not worth it. It's not worth it. And I'm showing everybody that it's not worth it. I am burning it away. You know, it's tragic, and people who sit here and fucking shit on him are disgusting. They're disgusting, reprehensible pieces of shit.
It is. I think I've said this before. It's disrespectful to be like, oh, you know, he could have done something else. Like what? You know, like what? Like,
right.
Like,
I don't like. Okay, yeah. Let's say that he could have. Okay, and like it's over now. And for one thing, and for another, you're completely missing his message. You don't give a shit about his message. So stop pretending that you cared about him. You know?
I don't think it should be talked about from a suicide perspective, because for sure someone who wants to kill themselves might decide to do it in a way that serves their ego. Dude, that is not true. Self-immolation has never been used for ego. Are you insane?
I mean, not in any significant capacity, at least.
The only time that someone has killed themselves for ego, it's been a mass shooter, not an self-immolation.
That is very true, actually. Good point. All right, let's keep going. And yes, like the typical suicide looks very different from this. That's true. That's usually done in the moment without very much thought put into it.
Yep.
And also not like this. You know, they try to do it in a way where, well, there's all kinds of ways, but we won't get into it. Let's keep going.
Lunacy. Absolutely demonic. I said this, hailing this lunatic suicide is heroic.
She's incredibly
The world
fake.
is filled with reprobates.
I know.
Demonic. We have Wendell here who says they celebrate a
Who's she
mentally ill
appealing to?
individual committing unaliving, which I already accidentally said earlier, but it is what it is. That goes to show how immoral they truly are. And I said, exactly, makes me feel much more at ease when these kinds of people oppose me. They are of the devil. And I've been telling you guys so much. This whole, okay, like right here. Woke ideology is satanic.
Praise.
It is. If you want me to expand on that,
Yes,
just
he's
search it
cooking.
on like YouTube. Woke ideology is satanic. Melonie Mac. I made a video about it on my YouTube channel last year-ish, where I just showed and demonstrated how everything that woke ideology praises and
True.
everything that they want to push on people,
It's true.
everything they celebrate is anti-biblical. It is of Satan. Okay? Same.
Dog, they literally had people like aren't there people like flogging themselves in the Bible? I know for a fact that there's a history of like people.
I feel like you read the Bible more than me.
Probably,
So-
but I don't remember a lot of it. I know that there's like, I'm 90% sure there's self-harm in the Bible, first of all. Second of all,
Oh,
Like-
you might be right.
like Jesus did kind of do what he did. You know, Jesus did not have to submit to them if you're taking the
No.
story literally. You know, like he could have saved himself and he chose not to.
This is less intense, but like also isn't mixing fabrics against the Bible, but yet every fucking Christian does this.
So is eating shrimp, actually. That's part of the
Eating
Torah.
Oh, I just hate shrimp. I'm going to hell.
Yeah,
Fuck.
I'm allergic to it. That's why I'm the most holy of anybody. All right, let's keep going.
Same ideals, just like the Church of Satan, all that
And yeah,
kind of
she
stuff.
is mixing
it's
fabrics, for
self-worship.
sure.
It's making themselves God. And subjective morality, all that kind of
What?
stuff. People want to,
What'd you say? Sorry.
like the Church of Satan,
Okay.
all that kind of stuff. It's self-worship. It's making themselves God. And
But okay, wait. I can kind of see this angle, but only if she's referring to the fact that he did what Jesus did. But Jesus kind of, like, other people did that too, you know, and we called them saints.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I just don't understand where she's coming from with that. I unfollowed the moment you started wearing cotton, unsubbing. That's pretty true, Oasis. Sorry about that.
You know what? Actually, everyone should unfollow Alec and follow me because all my fabrics are not mixed.
Ah, but are they union made? Are they ethically sourced, Tina? Uh-huh. Yeah, I didn't
This
think
is
so.
a Disney shirt. Don't ask me.
Mm-hmm. Oh, definitely not then.
subjective morality, all that kind of stuff. People want to make themselves God. All right, so here we have the dude who did that, who had his pronouns in his bio.
Pronouns in
His
bio.
pronouns in his LinkedIn bio and
Dude!
affiliated with far left.
Get
Every
a
time.
new bit. Get a new bit. I'm sorry. You are such whiny liberal, okay? Oh, your pronoun to bio. This is from 2016. I am begging conservatives. Get a new bit. It's
Pronouns.
pronouns.
You're pretty good at that.
Thanks. I'm talented.
I'm very bad at the British accent.
you're
Fucking
a voice actor.
pronouns, bruv.
That sucks.
I know. I have to skip out on all the British
Fucking
rules.
pronouns. I can only do one. There's like 30 different ones.
I can do it's Tuesday. That's about it.
Tuesday.
It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. Crikey.
Where's Winry?
Not down here. She's probably sleeping upstairs.
Oh,
Yeah. All right. Let's keep going.
Antifa groups. He used he, him pronouns and shouted about
Antifa.
genocide as he flamed on. Right now, he also, people have dug up his Reddit account where he spewed a lot of anti-Christian things.
Oh, heavens forbid.
Very much, you know, and here's the thing is I know a lot of people who are watching this are just going to be like, whatever, wherever you stand on this whole situation, I definitely, and I'm not ashamed to say it, I know a lot of people are against me for it. I don't give a crap on whatever side of the political spectrum. I don't give a crap. I stand with Israel. I do. And
Oh man, who could have guessed
Y'all
that?
we're
Never would have guessed.
I don't know why she's even bothering to portray herself as a centrist. Like,
Because
whatever
you
side
can't...
of the political spectrum. No, like at this point. Okay, sorry. At
It's
this
okay.
point of the game, this late stage of the game, where it is unquestionable, like what Israel's doing. Okay, they could manufacture consent even a decade ago. Okay, but the minute that they assassinated Shireen Abu Akleh, okay, which was an Al Jazeera journalist, that's when the tide started to turn. When people were like, "Oh, Israel's kind of sus." Now, because of TikTok, and because it's so easy to film on your phone, it is undeniable. Okay, Palestinians are very good at filming Israeli war crimes. They're very good at it, and there's a reason why. Because I'm not sure if you knew this, Alec, but there is something called, I don't remember the name, but for the longest time, Israel, part of their lie machine was saying that Palestinians would stage things.
Yeah.
It was, I forget the name of it. It's not.
If anybody in chat knows, let us know. The name for like what Israel would say when Palestinians would quote unquote Pallywood. Is that what they said?
Pallywood, thank you.
Oh, that's disgusting. They called it
they would call
Pallywood.
it Pallywood. Yeah.
What reprehensible monsters.
So, but if people have noticed, they can't do that anymore. They tried doing that once, but people found out where they got the footage from, and it was from like a very obvious, like, you know, because you could see the behind the scenes of where this thing came from. Anyway, so in this day and age, you cannot even avoid any of the carnage that Israel does. So I'm not even shitting you. You are just pro-genocidal. You're not even like a victim of misinformation in 2024. You know what you're seeing. And I know for a fact, if she's online, what she's seen dead bodies of kids, which has been impossible to ignore. She's seen the bombings, she's seen the rubble in some form or shape. And her conclusion has still remained to be pro-Israeli. And you will not go down in history as the good guy. You will not. Your morality will be questioned 5 years from now, 10 years from now, however long it takes. You will be embarrassed. She will be embarrassed by her conclusions today. That is...
Oh, absolutely. I prefer Izzy Wood when Israel likes to... or is Izzy Wood? No, I like Izzy Wood. When Izzy Wood, when Israel tries to, with their fake care packages,
God.
and their underground tunnels under the hospitals, right? Where children with cancer are dying. Yeah,
there's all the Hamas center,
Izzy
Hamas
Wood, baby.
tunnels.
Izzy Wood. I think that's better than Pallywood, personally. I just think it makes more sense. Because it's so funny because it's projection, right? It's just projection.
No, it is. It is. Everything that they've claimed. Because they also claim, I don't know if you saw this, but they claimed that they have the claim that is that Hamas embeds itself amongst the the pedestrian population.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw the hospital video where they did just that. They did a raid, I think in the West Bank, where they dressed up as like nurses and doctors to shoot a dude who was in a coma.
Wow.
Yeah.
I believe
that video was every claim is a projection.
Yeah, every accusation is a confession.
Every accusation is a confession.
It's a lot easier to project and lie like that than it is to build lies from the ground up. Just say that the other person's doing what you are, then you don't got to make it up.
Of course.
You know? All right, let's keep going.
Wherever you stand on that whole conflict, you should be able to acknowledge this is insanity.
No.
If somebody did this in the name of anything,
we don't need to acknowledge your perspective in any capacity. When you stand with the people doing the ethnic cleansing, you have no defense against what you say. No, what the fuck are you talking about? Continue, sorry.
As someone in the projection community, please don't conflate them with us. Sorry about that.
Apologies.
I would call them a lunatic. Anything I love and support, if they do this as an act of protest, I would call them a lunatic. So let's just get out that out of the way.
But why did he do it?
All right.
I don't
So,
think she likes any form of protest.
Oh, of course not. No, any form of protest disrupts the status quo, and every time we disrupt the status quo, it makes her fifis hurt because, like, you know, she defends billionaires probably, and they like the status quo.
Here's a person who, and you know, in this case where Wendell said,
oh my god,
mentally
she's
ill,
using Ollie London. Are you fucking kidding me?
She's using. Oh, it is Ollie London. You're right.
Part of the trans agenda.
Trans agenda. I love those words.
He's so ugly. Oh my god.
He said U.S. Air Force officer set himself on fire and died while screaming "Free Palestine." Uses pronouns. Fucking
Ollie
pronouns.
London literally tried to change his gender. Loser.
No, he tried to change his race too. He was like a big grifter for that. Yeah. He's a fucking moron and an attention seeker. He's an attention whore.
Sorry. I
will say, when I watched the live stream, did he sound mentally ill? Did he seem insane? Did he seem like he was on drugs? I honestly didn't get that vibe. I did not get that impression. You guys let me know if you did in the comments or not. But I did.
Mention how he's an officer.
Now, normally with a lot of people who do this kind of crazy
I don't know if he was an officer, but he was a military member is what I meant.
Stuff, it's like mental insanity off the charts. Now, obviously, the act that he did was something that no sane person would do. But I think it was demonic more so than, oh, this guy's just had a mental breakdown thing. But he seemed like he seemed like he knew exactly what he was doing. He seemed very, like, there, you know? He was...
Sorry. One slap in Ollie's fake face will shatter. It's pretty true.
Dude, he used to look like normal, and now he's done so much plastic surgery, his eyes are off-center.
Actually, I don't know. It's called plastic surgery, so it'd probably just, like, dent inward, and then it'd have, like, a wrinkle on it, and you wouldn't be able to fix it. So that's probably more likely what would happen.
Yeah.
He was there, present, in the moment. He's just deranged because of demonic possession or oppression, whatever it is. So
yes, the demons took over.
That's that. So here we have Smash Balls. I love this account. They said, don't light yourself on fire only to end up in eternal flames to make a political point. Exactly. And that's my thing.
By the way, this is another big tenet of Christianity is that, like, if you commit suicide, then you're going to hell. And that is just so reprehensible and disgusting because they decided that, oh wow, there are people in our denominations killing themselves. How about instead of fixing anything, we just tell them that they'll be punished for it? You know, like, it's just disgusting.
I think it's kind of crazy because, like, these people, like, they're not doing fully Christian things. Like, you're not sympathizing with Palestinians, yet you think you can judge someone for what you see as suicide. So I just don't take you seriously as a religious person, because if you were actually a religious person, you would not even mention feeding the homeless. Okay, forget that, you know, Christian tenet. They would at least understand and not be pro-Israel. Okay, you're a fake ass Christian. You're a fake ass Christian if you side with Israel, and then you think you could sit on your soapbox and shit on someone for immolating themselves for political causes? I think not.
Yeah, I just wanted to say real quick, NB Pal says the demon in the COVID vaccines made him do it, and I think they're probably right.
Oh my God.
Probably right. It's only a matter of time before the rest of us do it.
Vaxxed?
Yep.
Vaccine injury?
Wherever you stand on this conflict.
The worst vax
wherever
injury.
you stand on it. You should
Why
be
does
able to
she
agree
always
that this
say
is
wherever you stand on it? What do you mean wherever you stand on it?
Because she's trying to be a spineless centrist, and we all know she's not, but she likes to play around with it.
What is so funny to me is, like, this: you're playing spineless centrist. You're playing a spineless centrist after you've claimed someone is demonic. Like, you've lost the centrist at that point. Like, centrists are not gonna be like, that's demonic. You sound like is the demon in the room right now, Melonie?
That's a real question, though. That's funny. Like, that's actually something you would ask somebody who's insane. But anyway, somebody said it's Tim Pool language, and that Lady Nova said that. And honestly, now that I think about it, she's femme Tim Pool. She's like trying to be cool with the kids. You know, she's like punky and
Maybe.
Yeah, it's like femme Tim Pool. That's the vibe I'm getting. That's a really good call. I can hear that now really well.
Right, wherever you stand on it, you should be able to agree that this is absolutely insane. Stupid, don't do this.
Whoa, she said the R word. That's edgy.
And that's the thing too, is I don't talk
She's
about
like
this a
the
whole lot.
aunt-
First of all,
She's like the auntie that nobody invites to the parties anymore because of how annoying she is.
Can I say something? You said
Sure.
she's careful with her words. I don't think she knows what to say next. I think that's why she doesn't. That's why she's like so
I
slow
think
with
she's
her
looking
words.
I think she's looking at a script.
Is she no way this is scripted.
It's at least like bullet pointed, which is
Oh my
fine.
God.
But like, I don't know. I usually go off the cuff, and when
I
I bullet
mean,
point things,
I-
I'm like honest about it.
Yeah.
That's just me.
well,
But
because
the
I
way that
mostly
she like
cover
stops and then starts, you know,
gaming
like,
industry, pop culture, nerd culture,
very
that sort of
artificial.
topics, more
Yeah.
so than politics, even though all the wokies want to act like I'm this super political figure because, you know,
you
everybody
are.
not bowing down to them are just
We're talking about Israel and
super
Palestine.
political, apparently. I voted once in my life. I guess I'll vote this time. If Trump's on the ballot.
Don't
so,
actually. Stay
sure.
home.
But that's just beside the point. I never really gave a crap about politics. I mean, I did way back when I was like 16 before I could even vote. But and then I voted when I was finally old enough to vote. I voted, and then after that, I just never did because like I think politicians are corrupt. I think the whole system is corrupt.
Sure.
But I digress.
Sure.
Maybe it's not scripted. That was quite the tangent.
Some people will come at me because on different sides, like some people just, they know that I support Israel and they come at me and try to call me this, that, and the other and hate me for that. And then
Like
there
a
are
scientist?
other people
Pro
who,
ethnic
because I
cleansing.
am friends
Yeah.
with or I follow people who are on the other side of the everything, then they want me to disavow these people or unfriend these people or this or that. Because I know there's even some Christians who are
Wait, she does have anime plushies in the background. You. She has not One Piece. Is there One Piece? If there's
No
One
way
Piece,
she's
I'm-
One Piece.
No.
That would
There's
be
no way.
nutty.
There's no way.
we're not
That'd be
standing with
insane.
Israel, which I personally am mind boggled about that. But
I can see Chainsaw Man.
but that's
though.
beside the main point here.
She apparently loves watching people get massacred, so Chainsaw Man makes a lot of sense.
And the reason
I
why
could
and
not
a lot
watch
of people,
that
they have
shit.
this same mindset
Yep.
of woke people where it's just like, you can't be friends or you can't associate with people who don't agree with you on this. But my take on this, and from my belief, is that
Oasis. The Pigman thing is not from One Piece. It's from Demon Slayer. It's from Demon Slayer! God damn it! You plebeians.
people can be misguided. Like, there's so many times in my life that I've been misguided about things, and there's a lot of different topics
You are
that
now.
True.
I must be misguided about now
Check
that I will
yourself.
learn in the future. And so my take
Check
on this with
yourself,
my
sweaty.
friends
Pause it,
who
pause it,
disagree
pause it,
with me
pause it,
on
pause it.
this.
I can't wait until she says in the future she was misguided about Israel.
Yeah, that'll ever happen, of course, but
No,
you know.
I believe the perspective will shift. and
Oh
it
no,
will
I
be
believe that part, but
embarrassing. No,
not for
Let me
her.
finish. Let
Sorry.
me finish. Where it will see. This is what he gets for interrupting me, by the way.
I'm sorry. It's ADHD, don't be ableist.
I am the most ableist leftist you will ever meet.
Hmm.
Now I don't know what I was saying.
Okay, you were saying that. Here, let me just replay it. You'll remember.
Misguided about now that I will learn in the future. And so my take on this with
Oh.
my friends who
Okay. It will be embarrassing to ever admit that you aligned yourself in the same way that you aligning yourself with Nazis now is embarrassing. Well, maybe not so much now, but you know what I'm saying. Like,
Okay,
if
I
someone
see what you're
is-
saying now.
if someone worked or was a SS soldier, we don't look up at them. So to say you aligned yourself with the Nazis in World War II would be embarrassing, you know?
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying now. That makes a lot of sense. My point was like I thought you were saying that she would go back on the fact that like, you know, what Israel did was wrong.
I think she
or
will. I think
was
she
was
will.
correct. Maybe a little bit, but I think that the core tenets of her belief aren't going to change. That was my point.
Oh, probably not.
Yeah. They just like adjust the narrative.
disagree with
I'm
me
gonna let you
on this
finish.
whole conflict is
It's a
I
good
think,
one.
okay, well, you know, especially those who are Christians, I think they're misguided and I pray for them and I hope that they can
You thought wrong.
learn.
It's okay.
That's my take on it. And then there's some on the other side who are still friends with me. They think I'm misguided and I'm sure they're praying for me.
No.
So that's that. That's that at the end of the day. But again, because I was on a like a, I don't know, one of those online Rumble shows, and the host, we were there to talk about gender ideology and stuff and how crazy
Rumble,
that the
oh.
whole made up genders thing has gone. And then he kind of went on an anti-Israel tangent after that. And then I made
Gotta
it very
bring up
clear,
gender.
like, look,
Okay.
I support Israel. I stand with Israel. So I don't want to make this entire video about that, but I just know it's going to be brought up. But just to make it clear where I stand, because I'm not ashamed of it. I ain't hiding it, not ashamed of it.
You
I
will
support
be!
Israel. But regardless, the main topic
dude.
at hand here is this crazy loon just did something so stupid, and there he is. Now he's gone. Now he's burning.
Just real quick, yeah, what is this statue? Hold on.
That's Laura Croft.
Lara Croft. I thought, okay, I've never played like.
Tomb Raider.
Yeah, I've never played Tomb Raider, but I know the character.
Wow, you've never played Tomb Raider. If only you had access to someone who had the library with all 3 of the most recent Tomb Raider games. That's so crazy. If only you had that.
I started my gaming channel, okay? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get to it. I'm playing Baldur's Gate 3. I'm gonna get to it.
By the way, chat, I want to tell Alec's chat not to brag, but I have over 800 games, and Alec has access to all of those. And you know how many he's played since he's had access for the last 5 months?
I'm a man of habit. I like the games that I like, and I get fixated. Don't make fun of me. It's mean. You're being mean.
You don't play any of them. What do you mean?
We're here to make fun of Melonie Mac. You're. I don't like this. I don't like this anymore. This is a bad idea. All right, let's keep going. It is a nice collection.
Now he's still burning his soul. So don't do something like this.
Sorry.
And
It's
it shouldn't
just
even
so
have to be said. But
stupid.
we're in clown world, and this is what's going on in society. And it
I'm
really
sorry.
just.
If
like,
anyone's soul is burning, it's the person who is sided with the ethnic cleansers. Okay?
Are you asking what Tina's opinion is on Power World? Probably. I mean, Tina hasn't played it, but I have. And my opinion is it was fine for a little bit, and then it got really boring really fast. That's my opinion.
I don't really have an interest in it. I never
Yeah.
did. I just.
You shouldn't. You really shouldn't. It's just like a bunch of different like elements of like Fortnite and other survival games like meshed together with like this fake Pokemon shit. It's very surface level. You stop feeling bad for the Pokemon at some like they just become tools for you, and it's just stupid. It's not like Pokemon.
What gaming
But anyway.
system? PC.
All right, let's finish this up.
Wow, because sometimes you see these gender ideology people, these crazies making up genders and stuff, and you're just like, wow, we're in clown world. How stupid, how retarded, they're making up genders, and you think that. But then you see something like this, it's like I can feel my heart sink to my stomach. I'm like, whoa. The fact that
Yeah,
many
maybe
people,
think about why he did it.
Whoa.
regardless of where you stand on the whole thing, the conflict, that people supported his actions and hailed him as a hero for.
She should have made the thumbnail one of these. You know what I mean? Like with big Fortnite
Sorry, Jack.
text. Yeah, that's what she should have done.
Lighting himself on fire. I'm like, wait a minute. The devil really does run this world right now until Jesus returns.
True.
My God.
True.
Whew, that's where we're at. So,
We'd be better off if he did.
this, guys, I encourage you to seek Jesus. Pick up your Bibles, read your Bibles, seek Jesus, repent,
You sound like
wherever
a
you're at.
loser. Dude.
Yeah, and that's why I said, like, who is she appealing to? Like, this is so jarring.
How many views does this shit have? I have to know. She
a good
can't
question.
have large appeal because this is
21K.
that's not
Okay,
bad, right?
to be fair, my best video has about 20K, so it's not like I can shit on her for that. But she does have way more subscribers than I do, about 17 times more. So
I'm just
saying.
it's wild to me that like this. There's no way that this has much appeal. Like 21K. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna be the misogynist in the room. It's because she's hot. She's not saying anything that's like interesting.
Probably. It looks like you're probably absolutely correct. 75K on this Laura
75.
Croft reveal, but
2
that's
weeks ago.
from 2 weeks
Was
ago.
it Crystal Dynamics backpedal on man face? Boy, man face Laura Croft.
Wow.
Dude, she's such a loser. I hope that like this pick me shit gets old for her sooner rather than later because they never end up picking you. The conservatives never end up picking you. Like you're being used for propaganda. They like you because you're a girl saying the truth.
Look at the thumbnail she used. Hold on. Look at this shit.
Yeah.
You couldn't have gone for
Yeah.
like anything more expressive, like at all.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm sorry. It's man. And also like you're blurring the subject of the whole thing. Like, I guess maybe it's for the thumbnail. I don't know, but like...
Then don't have that in the thumbnail if you have to blur the image. Does that not seem senseless to you?
I don't know.
As a thumbnail creator?
My point is, this is very unexpressive, and she is putting herself on every single thumbnail because she knows she's, she is conventionally attractive in a punky kind of way. Which, again, I just don't know how that lends itself towards all of this religious bullshit.
She just has a couple tattoos, which is anti-Christian, if I'm not mistaken. Okay? Couple tattoos. Who knows what else she does with her life that goes against her own beliefs.
Premarital sex, wearing 2 different threads,
eating seafood.
Is
it shrimp or seafood in general?
I think you can eat fish, but it's like shellfish, like crawfish, like things that are considered dirty. Pigs were considered dirty. Right. Cows were fine. Like it's kosher, basically. So if you don't eat kosher, then you're going against the will of God.
Isn't kosher Jewish?
Yeah, but like the Torah is part of the Bible, essentially.
Okay.
So so that's basically the idea. That's my understanding, at least. I could be a little bit wrong on that, but that's my understanding. Okay. But anyway.
I mean, you know more than I do. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I know.
I was not raised in a Christian household, so.
Yeah, I was. It was great, right? Yeah. But anyway.
Religious trauma.
She reminds me of my sister. Don't ever tell your sister you said that.
Out right now. It's not too late for you. No matter what you've done, it's not too late for you. Turn to Jesus. Let him clean you up. He will. Accept Jesus. Read your Bible every single day. Even if it's just 1 chapter, it will change your life.
This is how you prevent yourself from self-emulating.
So anyway, there you have it for today's video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I know this is way heavier than most of the nerd culture topics I discuss, but wow.
Apparently not. You were fine.
I just felt like
saying that he flamed on, so apparently not.
Yeah, like, I love how she just like was so casual about it and then was like, this is a heavy topic.
It's so heavy, guys. It's so heavy.
Listen. I forgot what I was going to say.
It's okay.
Don't listen to me after what I was going to say.
I think we're just going to leave the video there because we got all of it. So, but yeah.
Is there another one by her? I want to see more. I want to get angry.
You want to see more?
Yeah.
I don't know if she has any more in Palestine. I do have a lot of other segments I got to get to today, but let me see.
Oh, okay, I can let you go.
Oh, I don't know anything about the Sweet Baby shit.
Oh my god, I know about this.
What's going on with it?
Okay, so there are parts of the gaming industry that have hired a company called Sweet Baby Inc., which does, oh my god, how do I word this in a way that makes sense? So Sweet Baby Inc. does, like, it helps with, if you're gonna have a diverse cast, it helps with making sure you don't do anything offensive. And
okay,
it's like Gamergate all over again. So,
I see. Okay.
What?
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so now conservatives are like, this is why gaming sucks, because you have the gaming hiring diversity inclusion. And then there was a video I watched about it, and like every game that they showed, one of them was God of War, in the games that they were showing, and I'm like, that's one of the most successful and then Spider-Man, another super successful game. So they're saying now, what's crazy is Sweet Baby Inc. is owned by BlackRock, and what is so funny about, conservatives online is that they use things to actually be mad at, aka BlackRock owning everything, and go, this is why things are woke, and this is why games suck these days. It's like, no, you're so close. You're so close.
Well, what's funny is they're doing it for those people, because those people, like, they want to, kind of at least, right? They're doing it kind of for those people because they want to have they're the ones most at risk of making a movie or some kind of piece of media that is horrifically racist by accident. They may not even be meaning to be racist, but they just have preconceived notions about certain races, and that would lend them toward accidentally being racist. And that's the whole reason the organization exists for you.
And even if you are because we do live in a racist society, it's easy to interject biases into your work, into writing. So you hire a company like Sweet Baby Inc. to kind of work through that. And if there's an issue within racism in the story, you work it out in a way that is effective, So you don't just you don't have a black person selling drugs and wearing low pants and talking in AAVE. Even though there are black people like that, it's it is a racist depiction.
Well, right, and you just want to make sure that that's not, you're not being overtly racist, you know?
Yeah.
That's it. So yeah, I totally get it. But I'm gonna look at that at some point for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
But anyway, thank you so much for coming on today, Tina. Would you like to shout yourself out real quick?
I am Tina_2 on Twitch. I'm on a completely different platform than Alec. So if you'd like to, after Alec's stream, go give me a follow. That'll be awesome. But I talk current events. I'm probably the smartest person on Twitch.com. Just saying.
It's true.
Twitch.tv.
It's true.
And I stream at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you'd like to get your current events, we have fun later in the stream, of course. We can't, not everything's news, but if you like to get your current events, I'm your gal. So
yeah, Tina 2's great. She's very underrated, guys. So if you're watching on the YouTube video, definitely go follow. I'll be putting a link in the description.
Before the crowd makes me blow up. This is now the time.
True. But yeah, that is the beautiful Tina 2, everybody. The smart, beautiful Tina 2 for you.
I'm bowing. I can't do it on my desk.
No. You're doing great. Thank you very much for being here again, and you have a great rest of your stream. All right.
You too. Bye. I love you, chat. I love you, and Alec does.
Oh yeah, and bye, Tina's chat. Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more, hit the notification bell to be notified when I upload. If you enjoy my content, you enjoy what I do, I really appreciate any financial help that I can get. Go to youtube.com/AlecGunterTTV/join. You got some awesome benefits, such as seeing early videos, awesome emotes that you can use in the comments of YouTube videos, and a sweet badge next to your name. So if that sounds interesting to you, I'd really appreciate if you join. It is cheaper than the cost of a blowjob from your mom. So with all that being said, thank you again for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.